Hey guys, welcome to the G4 podcast episode 3. So I'm your host, Speediestsaf, or as these guys might also call me, Sophia or whatever, right? And then we've got next person.
I'm Zero. So what's up, man?
And what is it? Me next? Yes,
I mean, yeah, you can
I'm
go
Boy.
ahead.
You gotta go with the script, man. You gotta go with the
And I'm Chris.
So,
script, man.
so of course, in the last podcast, I know Alex had to go. I had kind of a scheduling issue, and then Alex had to go to work and whatnot. But we didn't get much. We didn't get much of a word from him, unfortunately, for some of the games. But this time, we will definitely get a word for the games, for the shooter trifecta, because now
I've been playing way too much Halo. So.
Yeah, you've actually been playing, and I've wanted to play more with you, but like our schedules just barely meet, like just barely, right? Because I get home from work at like 5, or not 5, sorry, at like 6, and then I have to do
out at 7:30.
Yeah, exactly. And then like I have to do all this stuff. Like I gotta shower, I gotta eat. And the thing is like my dinners are also a little bit more enforced because I actually have to have dinner with my cousins. So like I would feel bad too, like if I just didn't get a chance to have dinner with them sometimes, right? So I can't just like skip out or like just bring my salad up and then just start playing games and stuff right away as I do sometimes. But so for that reason, like our schedule is barely touched. And then when Alex has the other schedule where he's in the afternoon, our schedules just don't touch, period. So the only time me and Alex really get to see each other is really on the weekends or if he has sick days, and that's it. So that kind of explains Alex's situation on this now. So Alex, I'm gonna give you a tiny bit of a short, like I'm not gonna give a full recap of the last episode entirely, just kind of like a little like rundown of what we kind of talked about in the last episode in regards to the main topic. So in the last episode, the main topic was of course the shooter trifecta. So there was
Halo, Battlefield, and COD. Yeah.
So the new Battlefield, the new Halo, the new COD came out around somewhere around the same times, right? And that podcast was made. I believe one of them had come out at the time, but we weren't. Sorry.
It was Halo.
It was Halo, right? Well, Halo.
Vanguard. It was Halo and Vanguard.
Yeah, I think those two might have just came out, but we didn't get a chance to really touch up on them at the time.
Yeah.
Right now, though, we have actually played at least.
I've played all 3.
Yeah, so Alex is the only one here who's played all 3 of them. Actually, no, Poi.
Like I haven't tried the Vanguard multiplayer.
Wait, do you have Vanguard, Alex?
No, I don't.
Okay. I was gonna say because I'm pretty sure nobody in the group has bought Vanguard outright, and I think that's rightfully so. But we'll talk about that in a second. But in the first episode, I just wanna take a look at this. So in the first episode, like what we found out about Battlefield 2042 was that it was basically the beta was missing a lot of different things, and then we went over like Halo Infinite, where a lot of like delays and a lot of cutbacks, and then Vanguard, where it was just like everything from the get-go wasn't looking very good. And even the only interesting thing about the game is something that we're going to talk about once we get to that topic. But yeah, it was not looking good for these guys for these games. So right now the aftermath is, well, I wanna start with so of course our first topic on that one was 2042. We're gonna start with 2042. So actually, since Alex didn't have a chance to really talk last time, I want to give him a chance to talk about 2042 and how he feels about it right now.
So right now, with my stance on 2042, I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun, especially the hazard mode, because I got to play with a couple of buddies of mine, Flame Hopper and a couple others. Though the main multiplayer, like I've tried the multiplayer, and for some reason it just runs at like 20 FPS. So I just steered away from the actual multiplayer and just stuck.
You want to tell them your specs?
What, a 1080 Ti with a 6700?
Not Ti. It's not a 1080 Ti. I know
Hey
that.
man, I'm trying to flex. Okay.
I'm
I'm trying to flex something I don't
Not a
have.
flex anymore.
I'm trying to flex something I don't have.
1080 Ti is like a 2016 flex or something. I don't know. A 2017 or whatever.
Hey man, let me live in the past, okay? I'll be right back. Getting called.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, while he's getting called, I guess I'll have Poi speak about it. How did you feel about 2042, Poi?
Oh, 2042 runs like shit.
Yep.
There's something wrong with the servers where like all the vehicles are like rubber banding, including jets, but not when you're flying them, obviously, but like when they're in the sky. And it feels like
What's that supposed to mean? When you're not flying them, but they're in the sky?
yeah, when you see them flying, you can see a jet hit a wall, and then it'll just teleport like into the sky, like somewhere else. Like he didn't hit the wall.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the netcode. I think some of my bullets are hitting, but also I don't like the bloom too much in the game. Feels like you're missing some shots, but I use the SMG, and I think that's the least amount of bloom. If you use an LMG, it's really bad.
I've been told that a lot of people are switching to like one specific weapon in the game. Was the PP Bison, I think? It's literally the god tier weapon of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's very unfortunate.
I'm not into the big game modes. Right now, all they got is that large conquest. I really want to play TDM. I don't know, it just doesn't run as good as it should.
Yeah, that's very disappointing, honestly. That's the reason why I actually had been way too cautious on the buy.
But overall, it's been fun.
Yeah, that's one thing I hear a lot too. See, here's the thing, right? So my understanding is if you have a good graphics card, it might actually be a game that's worth playing just for like that bit of fun that you can actually get from just queuing up and going into multiple lobbies.
I have a 1660 Ti. Oh no, 1660 Super, and it runs fine. Like I don't have any FPS issues. I don't know why everyone else is.
Wait, no. So I thought you said it runs like shit.
Oh, the servers run like shit.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Maybe there'd be a little bit of disambiguation on that. It's okay. Because my understanding is that frame rate wise, so you're not struggling with the 1660 Ti, but Alex has a 1080 and he's struggling, which is very interesting. Well, what is your CPU again?
Ryzen 7 3600.
Yeah, that probably explains it. 36, I think it would be 3700.
Yeah, 37, whatever.
Yeah.
Third
So basically that kind of explains it because Alex has a 6th gen Intel processor, i7, yes, but it's a 6th gen Intel, which is like starting to get dated.
6 years behind.
Yeah. They're on the 11th gen now. Yeah. It's kind of funny because you say 6 years behind, but I would closer to say that it's like almost like 10 years behind in reality. Because if you know anything about that architecture, like the 6th gen Intel architecture, or even like the 9th gen architecture is very similar, all the way down to like the third or not even third, like all the way down to like the 2nd gen. Like they're so similar in terms of architecture that like that's the reason why Intel straight up said that for some of their hardware vulnerabilities, they had to actually like tell people that they just need newer Intel CPUs to mitigate the hardware vulnerabilities, and that's just pathetic in my opinion. Shouldn't ever have to tell
sounds
people.
like they just want money.
Well,
That's what they want.
well, yeah, exactly. I mean, because the only other thing they'd have to do is manually go into everyone's houses, pick up the CPU, and like I don't even know what they'd have to do, man. Because I don't think you can even fix that type of thing. Like it's a hardware bound issue.
Breaking news! I just got my 2 things at G Fuel.
Nice. Well, hopefully we get a
What flavors?
sponsorship.
I got Miami Night and the Classified V2.
Bro, actually, I wanna I wanna go off topic just for
here,
a second. I wanna go off topic just for a second. Actually, you know what?
Here.
Fine, show your G Fuel. Yo, nice.
Is it classified V2 COD?
Yeah, I mean, I've classified V1.
Damn.
Like those are like COD sponsored or COD flavored, technically.
What's COD flavored? Sweat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you not fucking blur it, please?
Wow. Yeah, it's being blurred because it's classified. Like they don't want you to know. They're just like, yo. Actually, I want to go off topic
You're right.
for just a second before we continue. What I was gonna say, Alex, is if we ever had a G Fuel sponsorship, Alex, right? What would you imagine our flavor being? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That'd be weird.
I'm not gonna lie to you. What I kind of want, and I don't know if someone's already done it. I kind of want like a mango flavor, like
Okay.
kind of like a Rubicon mango. You know, like I like that mango taste, or like maybe
Because I like mangoes too.
Yeah, like a mango smoothie kind of flavor. Like that'd be fucking fire. The only problem
like a vanilla mango type deal.
Yeah, the only problem is that if you do mango, it's like I mean it's just
you gotta do it right.
Yeah, and also yeah, I don't know if it's gonna match our like colors and stuff, which is what like because our colors is like blue and magenta and stuff, right? So we'd have to do something closer to like blue magenta colors, which I mean there isn't very many actual like fruits on it. Most of them already been done. Like blueberries already been done and raspberries already been done. They're not raspberries, sorry, blueberries, blackberries and stuff like that. But anyways, I was just gonna say real quick, like if that was the case, like I would go for mango if that ever became a day that we could actually have our own fucking flavor. But you know what? It doesn't matter. You know, we might have to. What was that thing you were doing? The silver or whatever, silver TV or fucking G Fuel. Sliver, sorry.
Sliver.
Yeah, don't they have their own G Fuel called G Fuel or something? We're gonna have to use their thing. the fake G Fuel, the knockoff G Fuel, man. I wouldn't mind. Like who cares if it's not actual G Fuel? You know, make it till you break it. Wait, fake it till you make it till you break it. Anyways, alright, so where do you leave off? So Poi basically explained to us that he actually doesn't have frame rate issues, which is interesting. He has a 1660 Ti and a 3700.
1660 Super.
1660 Super, sorry. And a, what's it called? A 3700, Ryzen 7 3700. And the thing is that, what I basically said is that your CPU, Alex, might be the reason why your game is lagging.
Oh no, it definitely is the CPU. Like,
yeah,
main reasons why running low graphic settings is because of my fucking CPU. Like, streaming is hard enough.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. There was a little bit of an emergency. We got back though. We're good. So where did we leave off? So we left off at like the PC parts and such that required for 2042, and it seems like basically anything below that Ryzen like second gen, I think, is pretty much starting to take a beating to running this game. And I'm not sure, like Ryzen second gen, maybe like Intel, I don't know, fucking 9th gen. Actually, they're all the same architecture. That's the thing, is that I can't really say Intel 9th gen, because the second I say Intel 9th gen, you have to remember, Intel 9th gen is also 14 nanometers. Like, they're all 14 nanometers all the way down the line. So, you know, there's really no there's no change, and it's kind of sad. Like, I don't even know what generation on Intel that actually matters in. But what I'll say is, right now, 2042 requires you to have a CPU that is pulling a lot of good weight. Because if you can't pull that weight, then you're gonna have a situation like Alex, where you're gonna try and play the regular game and get 20 FPS. But it's weird because he only gets 20 FPS in multiplayer and non-hazard zone. Anyways, yeah, I think for me, 2042 is a very hard buy. I don't personally think I can rationalize myself buying it on my own terms. I'd have to buy it because somebody else, or some people needed like someone to play with, right? And I mean, to be honest, that's kind of the only thing that's left for the game for me. It's that Alex or Poi asked me, and they're like, "Hey, dude, you want to join us?" I'd have to, and that's where that's where you just get that meme with the 2 accept buttons. Like there's no denying, there's no declining that offer. Like Poi literally can tell me to play any game, and I most likely will play with them. With the exception of maybe like CSGO, but I don't think Poi ever wants to play CSGO in his life. So, it is what it is. So yeah, Chris, did you have anything to say?
No, I haven't really played it, so.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't played it. You already said what you said last time around, right? Like, it's just it doesn't look like an appetizing offer to you either. I'm pretty sure you'd be on the same sort of boat as me, where it's like you'd only really play if like all your friends were playing, right?
Mhm.
And like the tide of the game was kind of changing. And to be honest, it slowly is. It will take some time. Like I think it's going to be one of those things where the devs just need a lot of kicking in the ass until shit gets done, and then once shit is kind of there, then people will come back around, right? Otherwise, it's gonna have people bleeding out. It's gonna have people getting pissed off about everything, and it's just not gonna go all smoothly. But yeah, Alex, any other thoughts? Is Alex even there? Hello? I think Alex had to dip. I think he had to dip again. He might have said something while I was gone, but that's okay. We'll just continue because I don't think he had anything else he had specifically to say. If he does, I'll let him add on top. We can always come back for like a second if we need to. So Halo Infinite, right? So we're talking about the multiplayer here. We'll talk about the campaign in a little bit, but so for the multiplayer, here's my opinion, right? I think the multiplayer in Halo Infinite is just about decent. Like I like it more than Halo 5. What's it called? The one on the PC, Halo 5 Forge, where it just like Halo 5, one of the problems I had with the multiplayer was that there's just this like way how it dealt with like aiming, and I didn't really agree with. But Halo Infinite, it does a much better job. Hey, what's up? What's up, Alex? Sorry, actually, we just about starting to get into Halo Infinite, but I was gonna say, did you have anything you wanted to say about 2042 before we continued there?
Really?
Anything else? So like, actually, how about I do this? Would you recommend me to buy 2042 to play with you?
The thing with
Sorry, your voice is like.
Sorry. You are mainly focused on multiplayer. Like every Battlefield you've played, you were pretty much in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. I don't know if you played any of the like the World War One or World War II Battlefields.
I played. I played. Well, not World War II. The one of my favorite games of all time, because of its mechanic, was Battlefield 2 Modern Combat on the PS2.
Yeah.
But that's like the only one I remember. What would be World War One? Are you talking about Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5?
Yeah, like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5.
Okay, so I only played Battlefield 1. I didn't really play much of at all. Like I think I played a couple of times. And then Battlefield 5, I was installing it because I got it for free, but I never really got to actually play it. But I don't know, like I was very skeptical about playing those ones just because I'm not really interested in their, like, the way how they handle the game. I've been told that the story is not very good for Battlefield 5. One, I've heard it was alright, but yeah, sorry, do you have something to say, Alex?
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I personally think that 2042 does appeal to me. It's just I mean, I know a lot of people will say you shouldn't care about having a campaign in Battlefield because Battlefield campaigns are not exactly, they don't have the same memorability of character as like, COD campaigns did back in like the Modern Warfare era, right? But
Mhm.
at the same time, like you still kind of want something to just like you kind of need that little bit of away from multiplayer experience, and
Yeah.
that's what I kind of wish they still had. But I'm not gonna complain too much about it, just because I mean there's a lot of other games that are pulling this type of shit too. And I let fucking Black Ops 4 get away with it because I legitimately
Mhm.
enjoyed the multiplayer in that game. But like this one, it's a hard buy because I don't know if I'll enjoy the multiplayer. It's like I mean I played the beta, but like the beta for me is it wasn't really enough information. Like I kind of sat there during the beta and I thought like I might enjoy
Yeah.
this game, but I don't know to what extent. I don't know if it'll be worth $90. Like
See,
$90.
I
Sorry, go
know.
on.
The one thing that I did notice though is when did Steam started
Putting
adding
on the
tax to games? Yeah.
tax. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I
like
Wait, they
mean,
a
have?
couple years ago.
I've
No.
never noticed it. Never noticed it.
Boy, you don't even know what tax is. I don't want to hear that from you.
I have to
No,
send in my
but,
status card so I can opt out of it.
Oh, okay. That's actually awesome. God bless you.
but yeah, no, I think like the price of these games have been going up, and I knew games were gonna reach $100. Like when I told someone that I knew back in the day that game prices would start
back
going
in
towards
my
100.
day,
Back in like 2015 or whatever, I told this guy that like the price of games are gonna go up. They're gonna go up to like $100. Like, and people
and
are gonna
nobody believed
willingly
you.
and people are gonna willingly buy it. And the thing is, he was like, no, people will be outraged that the price of a video game is that expensive. They will never buy it, even if it's Half-Life 3. I'm like, you don't believe me. And then years later, and we've got Half-Life 3 coming out. Like, not really, but
Mhm.
like we've got Half-Life, whatever prequel coming out, right? Half-Life
Oh wait, there's
Alex,
another. Oh,
right?
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Half-Life Alex coming out, and it's going for fucking like almost 90 to
Like
up to
80,
upwards,
90 bucks. Yeah.
yeah, to upwards to about $100. Like, sure, it's not $100 exactly, but like, but like they didn't believe me. That's the thing. It's like they really didn't like. I personally think he didn't believe me because of the fact that I basically predicted I predicted a bit of Canadian inflation, but I'm not gonna go into that route because if we talk about inflation, we're probably gonna have a bunch of men in black suits show up on our doors. Anyways, so what was the other thing we were saying about Alpha 2042? You're saying like
The way that you've been always into the multiplayer and you're not a fan of new battle royales. Off topic, by the way, Poi, you're never recommending a game ever again. Super people is
Super
shit.
people is shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, Safai
Really? Why do you sound surprised?
can talk about that.
I personally did not
later
like
on,
it.
later on.
Oh, Saf played it too?
Yeah.
I uninstalled it.
So, Hazard Zone is kind of like PvP. Have you played Ring of Elysium?
Yeah.
Terrible game.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Hearing of the Least.
So
Wait, you
it's
said that game's
basically
terrible.
PvPvE. So what it pretty much does is like you go into this island. It's basically just a large conquest map. You go in and you have to collect these satellite or these like fucking data caches from satellite dishes. Get max number amount of them and get the fuck out of there. Whilst fighting PvP and PvE elements.
Hmm.
But like you spawn in with the weapon of your choice, the attachments you have, but you can go in with perks. So like there's one perk where like if you and your team get enough caches, you can get more cash to purchase your equipment before you go into a raid or something like that. It's a weird concept. Like if you die, who cares? Just get back in the next game. Whereas the multiplayer, I haven't really played. It's just a regular Battlefield experience, quest rush type deal.
Well, that's the
One
other
thing-
thing is sorry, go on.
The one thing that I did notice though is the reverb Fuck, I can't English right now.
Reverb?
Not
Reverb?
the reverb.
The beaver?
No, not the. Shut up.
Yeah, Beaver's pretty cool. What?
The revisions of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 and they also have Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 1942 in the fucking Portal.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Which
So wait, what do you
actually-
Like reversions, like
It's basically
as in-
revisitation. Like they still do COD map or not COD maps as Battlefield, Alex. They still do like the new Battlefield maps, but it's all different weapons, like the Battlefield 3 weapons and shit like that. If you pick on that one,
So the Portal mode has existed. It's just that it's not very popular.
it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not that it's not popular. It's that it doesn't have the content that we thought it would have.
So right now it doesn't really have like set up like you can't just go in there like Forge mode kind of thing and just like,
Yeah.
wow, that's a little bit disappointing because I was hoping that it would be like a very much a sandbox where you just kind of go in there and you spawn in a bunch of soldiers from like past games and make them fight each other and shit. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean it's good to know that Portal mode is not exactly as good as I thought it was, because I thought it would be so much more robust that it might be able to beat the argument of the game just having 22 on-release guns. But at the current point, if this is the case, then it sounds like they will have to either work on it a lot more and make it feel more like a Forge mode kind of thing, like a sandbox creation kit mode.
Yeah.
Or else people are just going to see it as like, oh, a bit of a distraction, and then it's going to be dropped eventually, where people just not going to want to play it. Because I mean, it's such a cool concept. Like, it's something that like everybody, when they heard about it, they're like, "Fuck, we could be like sitting there trying out guns from all different eras and all different games and all different types." But the problem is that when you can't really try it out, it's more of a just like try and make matches or try and host dedicated servers, which I believe you have to pay for or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's another thing I don't like either. Is that you gotta just like, why can't we just for now just do like P2P and stuff? Just keep it between us and whatnot, so we can just kind of play a couple games. Best guy in our group with internet, host a server and then go in there and just fight. But that's another thing too, is that that's not worth $90. Like, see, this is where my crux of my argument with this game is. My main problem with this game is that none of it's worth $90. And that's the reason why even Chris was, visibly in the last episode, getting a little bit annoyed whenever I tried to say like these are disappointing, and whatever. Like, no, he is right. Like, we shouldn't be paying $90 for an incomplete experience. Like, that's the reason why I'm really waiting for the price to drop. Because technically, we shouldn't even be paying $60 for it. Like, we should be playing like maybe $30. Like, that's my honest opinion. But sometimes that might be the only choice around this. But I mean, I guess that's really up to what's it called? Up to everybody to decide on that term.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, $30 for what? Battlefield? I don't know. That might be a bit.
I thought my mic muted there. It didn't. Whatever.
I don't know. That might be a bit low. I would say probably $50.
It's missing a campaign. That's mainly why I said that.
Oh, Battlefield 2042 doesn't have a campaign?
It doesn't have a campaign. That's the reason why I was even more like.
It really doesn't have a campaign? I mean, I don't play Battlefield for the campaign, but
exactly, yeah. I knew you were going to say that part too. That's what I was going to say earlier. I was like, it doesn't have a campaign. It's already cutting down on weapons. The Portal mode is not even like as much of a sandbox. Like, it's not even really like a Forge mode like it will be with Halo, right? You just got so much things cut down. The game's buggy. And it's just a whole mess. The only real like enjoyment piece that I'm seeing in here is Hazard Zone, but that's not free to play either. That's like, unlike say like Warzone. Like, Warzone is free to play, but Hazard Zone is not free to play. So there really isn't any good incentive. Like unless like I don't know, like just nothing in the argument builds up for why it should be worth that price. Like the only reasonable price I see with the game is about like $30 to $40. If we're talking like me and a couple others have to go play it, right? And if we're playing it, like if it starts becoming fun for a couple of us, but like again, like I could see why Nick, like there is going to be buyer's remorse. That is a very real thing. That's why like I'm not just going to directly accuse Nick of buyer's remorse, but like I do feel like there is going to be that a lot with a lot of the people that play it, because people are going to buy it and they're gonna want to experience. They're gonna want to experience the same thing that they did in the older Battlefields, but the fact that they just had to pay for a newer, fresh campaign. I guess that's the other thing too, is that's the only place where, like, I mean, the easier answer for a lot of people was we're just gonna jump back to Battlefield 4, but people keep saying that, and it only happens for maybe like a little bit, and then no one else continues playing Battlefield 4. So that's just my only take on it,
Yeah.
Like it's just there's a shelf life to even like the older games, as much as like you can play them over and over again as much as you want, but there's only so long that it's gonna like come back for. Like it's just Titanfall has this all the time where someone mentions Titanfall and it's up to like 2,000 players for like a couple hours, and then it just kind of disappears off into the wind again. It happens every time because because the thing is, people realize the skill ceiling for a lot of these games, some of them, and they don't want to deal, like a lot of the people who are like, oh man, that game was kind of fun to like try out and play and whatnot when it was in release, and then they realize that the people who are still on it, the people who just came back were probably like slightly like decent players, and then they get their ass handed and they're like, I remember why I don't play this game. That's just my perspective, to be honest. Like, I'm not interested in that skill scene. I'm more interested in going in there and playing against people who barely know how to play the game, just to kill them for fun over and over.
I get you.
Yeah. So
I really miss Titanfall 2.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the campaign in Titanfall 2. I think it's one of the greatest campaigns ever made. But I feel like when it came to the multiplayer, like I feel like there was a certain aspect of it that I just didn't agree with people on. Like that like the multiplayer was all like fully like set up for like this like skill ceiling and whatnot. Like I don't know. I just didn't feel that way. I was like, nah. I mean, I just felt like the Titanfall multiplayer was cool, but maybe I would have liked it to be slightly different, maybe. But I don't know. Like my vision of a lot of these multiplayer games would be like way too radical for a lot of people. So I'll just leave it at that. So are we good for Battlefield 2042? Nothing else? Anybody else?
Yeah, we're good.
Say? Okay. So Halo Infinite multiplayer. Now finally we're getting back to it. So as I said, I enjoyed the multiplayer for a certain amount of time and a certain set of matches. It is very weird because there was like a whole shift, a paradigm shift that happened with my experience. Because see, I enjoyed the multiplayer before I went into ranked. Mostly, like I had like 80% of my matches were exactly what I wanted, which is stomping on a bunch of people who barely know how to play the game. But then you got like this whole change once you get into ranked, and then they just threw me into these lobbies that so what happened is me and Alex, we went into ranked. Alex was already in platinum in one of his placements. So this time around we did ranked again, and I got into platinum as well as Alex. Or sorry, I don't know if you did another placement or
I
was
did
it?
too.
Yeah, you did another placement, right? And then I think Poi is in the high platinum, like he's about to go diamond. And the thing is that like all three of us, including I think it was Ryan. Ryan, I think was in gold, and like after I finished that placement, like my games started getting sweatier and sweatier, even in casual. And for some reason, big team games for me are just like pure cancer, and I just don't understand how. Like, I managed to have such bad luck in them.
Yeah, like my 22-0 game.
Yeah. So Alex, it's fair to say that I'll let you speak about the multiplayer.
The multiplayer is a lot of fun. It reminds me of the old Halo Reach, Halo 3 days of everybody. Like, fuck, I even got teabagged the other day. And I was like, bruh.
Oh, you like getting teabagged?
We're back. And fuck you, man. No, I don't like getting teabagged, but it's like getting...
I'm pretty happy about that.
It's a nostalgic feeling, man.
What's that supposed to be?
Oh, you never got teabagged in Halo 3?
No, because I was the one teabagging.
Oh, come on. There's got to be a couple times I've been teabagged.
No, I've never died. 100% KD ratio.
Okay, so let's see what his COD or Halo record is. Halo records.
I don't have any because I'm mythical.
Mythical.
You sound like a great
Oh,
ace.
right, yeah. Fucking Bungie decided to take down the fucking Halo.
Stats? I thought it got moved to a different like.
No, it got deleted entirely.
Ooh, damn. Sorry about that.
You win this round, Chris.
Anyways, what I was actually gonna say is, so I wanted to actually speak about the weapons real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So the new DMR in quotations fucking sucks.
Yeah, the new NUDR. Oh, I gotta hate that.
It's garbage. It's pure trash. It's worse than the pistol. I honestly don't know what they were thinking when they made its damage values. Like it's like, I don't know, such a disrespectful weapon to like the original DMR and whatnot. That's just what I think about it. The pistol is pretty much broken. I personally feel like the pistol, since you can almost like outkill anybody with a bow rifle with the pistol almost all the time. Like, those are mixed statistics I just gave there, but like, just imagine you're a dude with a bow rifle, and there's a good chance a guy with a pistol could pretty much like get you out, like without much of a hassle.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That's like
the only good one.
So like I like there to be a good pistol. It's just that like the range on it, the range drop off might be a little bit too powerful. I feel like, because the thing is, the reason why you have a bow rifle is to beat people at a certain mid to longer range, right? Like a longer mid range. And the thing is that the pistol can also deal with that mid to longer range as well as it can deal with like closer ranges. And that's the reason why I just feel like maybe it's not really a good idea, because I just don't think it's a good idea to have a weapon that you start off with. This is the only problem with like casual, really, is that you start off with the pistol. So this is why I like ranked better, realistically, because in ranked you start off with a bow rifle, so you only really have to deal with, you running your bow rifle up against people who are probably all just running fucking pistol and not pistol, sorry. Just people all running their bow rifle. Sorry, my head is just getting fucking jumbled right now after I'm talking about this, but yeah. But the one other thing is the other weapons in the game. Like, there's a lot of other weird weapons. I personally, right now, I'm not really a big fan of a lot of like the shock weapons and stuff. I don't understand how to use them very well, because it's very different. Like I'd have to like really sit down and like, try shooting them multiple times, just figure out how their damages feel and everything. But right now, I see like a lot of those shock weapons and shit, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not picking up that shit. Like, I remember we played Fiesta, and I fucking hated Fiesta because you just keep getting like those like garbage shock weapons, the ones that barely do any damage, and and like someone else will spawn in with like fucking bow rifle, and it's like you're set.
Yeah.
But then you spawn with a bow rifle, and they spawn with those garbage ass weapons, and now they're running around hopelessly while you're freaking like mowing them down. So I don't know. I just feel like those other weapons in the game are like, see, in my opinion, in Halo 3 and partially in Halo Reach, a lot of the weapons were kind of balanced around that core, not the power weapons, of course, like those, like the set of regular in quotation weapons were kind of balanced. But like I feel like right now maybe they are balanced. It's just my knowledge on them isn't very good because my first pickup and impression of them is not good, which happens because I feel like the weapons are made for a much more specific type of gameplay that just like I'd have to like sit down and really shoot them over and over again and get the feel of again with the damage and everything. And I mean, after all that, if I feel like it's not good, then it's not good. I just don't use it. I thought like I'd talk about just like the weapons there. I don't really think I missed anything else. I mean, armor customization is a huge fucking disappointment. The fact that like you barely get any armor customization from the start. Hugely disappointed. I really, really wish that they just kept it with like maybe some of the MCC armors get poured over or something like that would be nice, but that's not how they see it. They see it as you want something, a nice set of armor, you gotta go and buy it from our shop.
Either that or you have to fucking work for it with a weekly challenge thing.
Oh my god. And the battle pass is also a mess right now too. Hey?
It takes a while.
I feel like right now they are working on it. I've been told that they're going to be they went on vacation after they released the game, which is just kind of suspicious. And then once they got enough backlash, they're like, all right, we'll work on it. There was a bit of now. I'm not going to speak too much on it here because we're not a drama type of people. So, but I'm just going to note that there was a lot of drama going on with people and trying to get them to do these changes. We're not in for any of that. We're not up for doing that sort of shit. We think the devs should do their job, but we're not going to do anything we're not going to do anything forceful. We're not into that. And we'll just repeat our message of what needs to be fixed. Period. Anyways. I think otherwise though, I don't think there's much else I can say about the multiplayer. Anything else? Ploy maybe? You haven't really said much.
On Halo?
Yeah, Halo Infinite multiplayer.
It's been good. Overall the gameplay's been really fun. I don't like how it's like all competitive game modes.
Yeah.
And I don't like the competitive gameplay loop is basically. I don't know. I just wish it was like you could just play just Slayer, TDM. They didn't come out right out of the gate with like gameplay or game mode options that you can pick.
Yeah, I was about to say one of the things I didn't like about Halo is like you can't pick the game.
Yeah. Not only that, but they didn't give you like the fun game modes at all yet, and they're kind of like holding it behind their back. And
what I was expecting Halo to do is as soon as the Halo campaign came out, it would have started like putting like game mode choice in, putting the other game modes in, because technically it was beta.
Yeah, it's really disappointing that they didn't roll it out yet. Like they will. I feel like they will eventually because there hasn't been a single.
Now that they're done with the campaign, we should get some actual content.
I feel like if anything, the real deadline that I know that they're probably if they don't do it by this point, then they're just being complete like jerks. Is if they hold it back after the Forge is released. Because then it'd just be ridiculous. Then people would just only be playing like, I don't know, custom games or something. Because right now you can't even do them in custom games, right? Like the fun game modes.
I don't think there's any other game modes. I think it's literally just the Capture Flag, Oddball, and Slayer. I think that's it.
Well,
I think that's all they
that's why I'm saying like right now they're holding it behind their back, like the infection and stuff. People know they're there because, I mean, I know Chris hates this word, but people data mined it or something, and they found out.
Wait, why do I hate that word?
I thought you hated the word data mining because like people data mine stuff and they're like, wow, or something. I don't know.
I hate squirrels.
So, anyways, yeah. So I think it's everyone's take on the multiplayer there. Actually, wait, Chris, did we get your take on the Halo Infinite multiplayer? Be honest, you can say.
I mean, you guys are talking about all these problems that it has, and all I'm thinking of is, what the fuck did you expect? It's a free-to-play game. Like,
that's true.
Like, the moment they were like the moment they said it was gonna be free to play, and all the fucking little Halo fans went, wow! And it's like, use your brain. That's why you suck at video games. Don't use your brain. Like, just think. These people aren't your friends. Like, how many times do I have to say this? It's a fucking company. Like, they're gonna milk you. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing to be said. But if you just keep falling for the same scheme, it's like you deserve to have your money taken from you. Like, what is it? Like, a fool and his money are easily parted. Like, that's literally the gaming community in a nutshell. Because, you know what? Actually, just keep it that way. I like dumb people. It makes them easy to take money from. Fuck them.
So, anyways, like I feel like the easy way around the multiplayer right now is yes, because it is free to play. Like, I can't really be out here stomping the devs. That's the thing, is that's why I'm not into that whole like drama of going after the devs and stuff like that way. It's just not really appropriate at all. I mean, it wouldn't be appropriate even if they were paid, but that's a whole different conversation I don't want to get into. I just think that ranked is really sweaty in my opinion, but like I feel like I had some fun playing with Alex, even though it was like really sweaty. I might still play more with Alex, the ranked. I don't know. It's a bit of a climb. Like I'll have to be in the right mood. Like I'll have to be in the right feeling just to go in there and start killing people. I need to start putting like some soundproofing or whatever, Alex, in my room, so then I can fucking speak louder and or make louder sounds in my room without getting
break your fucking desk playing Super People.
Oh my god. Dude, no, I haven't installed that game. The only thing super about that. Yeah, it was super bad. I'm sorry, boy. You may have liked that game, but it was like, to me, it was like.
Assuming I liked it.
Oh,
why would you recommend it then?
Yeah.
I recommend it because Nate Gibson said it was decent.
Nate Gibson is like. Nate Gibson.
Do you have it downloaded?
It's already dead on. It's already dead on Twitch.
Yeah, it was dead on arrival.
No, it's got 19 viewers. 19,000 viewers.
Okay.
Wow. That's probably like, yeah. Wow. That's really.
I mean,
What?
Boy, do you have it downloaded?
Pay-per-view? No.
Yeah.
I personally
time to download. Is it not PUBG but just shittier?
Oh, it's just
it's
shittier.
PUBG with a ton more fucking.
It's like no. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. You know what? Fine. We'll go off topic just for super people here real quick. It's like PUBG, right? Where you got the PUBG like type of guns, all the same ammo, all the same backpack level stuff. Except you also have a little bit of fucking, I don't know, what game has a lot of crafting in it? Fucking Rust, maybe? I don't know. Like you go around.
Yeah, there's crafting.
Yeah. So you pick up random garbage off the ground, And you won't always know unless like you go through a blueprint thing and then you like select which one you want to try and craft. And then it's like, oh, there's an item nearby and you can craft it. And oh, look, you got SMG. It's a little stronger now. And then like you gotta like do this entire thing, and then finally you'll get like the legendary level SMG in quotations. And like there's people who do this stuff like normal, like they know how to do this stuff already, type of thing. And then new people who are like just trying to figure out the game or just trying to play a battle royale or whatever, right? It's like me and Alex or whatever, and it's just, dude.
So is the learning curve too much for you?
Yes, I don't want to learn.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to learn if I'm playing a fucking battle royale, in my opinion.
It should be like the most brain dead experience.
Exactly. Like that's the reason why I just thought I don't want to.
Unless you're taking it like super seriously, and it's like I don't know why you're taking this game super seriously.
Well, the main problem is that the game presents itself. The game presents itself kind of in the same way as like PUBG, but like because the thing is, it's like they want to be Arma really badly, but they also have superpowers. So it's like, oh, but you also suddenly get a flamethrower out of your ass. Like I don't know, dude. Like it's just not my thing. Not my.
So is this like a jumble of like game gimmicks
so
in one
what,
game?
So what it pretty much is like the battle royale. It's obviously just PUBG Mobile. Think of it like that.
Exactly, like PUBG.
But when you start the game, you're given a class, and it's random. You can't pick it unless you spend 500 coins. Coins is something you can find in the game. Yada yada yada.
Oh,
So with those coins, you can pick some like the
Is
seeker.
Mario?
The seeker.
They have a Mario gimmick in there.
So no, I was thinking more of a Hunt Showdown gimmick. Like you have to make money, and then you can buy like a new character, and then
Yeah,
or you get random
but-
free characters.
Yeah. So it basically picks random. So whatever you get, you can get, or you can either pick it again like as at random again, or you can for like 100 coins. But for 500 coins, you can pick the fucking thing that you want to be. So there's
Okay,
there's a couple different of them. There's like a marine, like his special ability is you can just drop a fucking ball of smoke so nobody can like see inside or outside of that ball.
Yeah.
There's fucking Seeker who can like dash like at Mach 50. There's a sniper who deals increased damage with a sniper rifle. There's the gas thrower who has just this fucking giant flamethrower. And his smoke grenades turn into gas grenades. There's just, it's so much. So it's like after all that, you're like, okay, now you have to craft your entire weaponry. So find some materials on the ground and craft your weapon to make it better. And I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, hold on, what?
How big is the map? Like, because it sounds like you're spending a lot of time crafting in like
The
one
map's
area.
pretty. The map, yeah. Oh, it's pretty much it. Like, if you go to my stream right now, like I will show it to you after the podcast. And what it pretty much is basically walking around, find materials, get in a fight, die, restart.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
No
what
crafting. You didn't craft yet. You died.
I've won.
That's your
I've
problem.
won,
Craft it, man.
No,
I've
but the
won
thing is
2
that
games.
Nice.
It
At least you
wasn't. It was some
won.
bullshit. Because the thing is, sorry, Speed, but I'm still going on this. The first games I played, they were literal bots. As soon as Speed decided to jump in, it's like, let's fucking up the factor to sweat tea chuck nourish. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? We just wanted to have fun and shit on some bots. Let's give them the sweaties.
yeah, everyone.
Even though they're Iron 1, fuck them up.
Yeah.
I was pretty spot on that it's like just a jumble of different like gimmicks
was-
from other games.
Yeah, it's just all gimmicks. Like I don't know. Like maybe there's somebody who enjoys that type of game. But even if I were to enjoy the type of game, right? Like I still don't really know why that happened. Where Alex goes into the game and he's literally just like fucking. He gets to play as fucking fantasy as the fucking dark on whatever.
Have you
it's
tried
called.
solo?
Player of
I
the underworld.
But Speed already uninstalled the game, so he's not.
Yeah,
He's not trying
I
to
was gonna
sell it.
say maybe it's like solo is just different because I know duos like
could be like that,
like
but
definitely way sweater.
but like I don't know why I'd play that game solo. Like I don't know. That's not really my thing
Yeah, that's
either.
true.
Like it's just I guess it's from the get go. I don't like those gimmicks. Like I feel like those gimmicks are there just to like just to distract people from like the fact that you could just die from somebody being better at shooting. Like that's just the thing. It's like that's why I'm not really a big fan of like battle royales with tiered weapons, right? That's why I kind of liked Warzone in the very beginning because there was barely a tiered set of weapons. Like there were weapons that were better than each other, even from Modern Warfare, right, boy? But like, once you got into once you really got down to it, like the meat and potatoes of the weapons, like they were all kind of around like a lot of the weapons were all kind of around the same ballpark. So when Warzone really came out, like it wasn't that bad in terms of balancing, right? That's just my take.
Go ahead.
No, I
Go
just
ahead.
said that's just my take.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, speaking of Warzone, are we gonna play Caldera today?
Did I start downloading it? Oh, I didn't
Yeah, I
start
thought you
it.
did last.
Oh, okay. Whoa, let me not hit that button. It's gonna make you guys sound like 2-bit. Oh, fuck, I gotta start the download soon then.
I already sound like 2-bit,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll start the download after the podcast is done because I don't want it to sound like I don't want the recording and everything to sound like poop, and it also might break the recording too if I start downloading. So yeah, I think way how it goes down with that game that was definitely not favorable to me. I don't know about Alex. I think he enjoyed it more than I did, but he also had a better experience, I guess. I mean, overall, I think Alex is more flexible with the shooters. If I don't like a game, I don't like a game kind of shooter, So, anyways, where were we? We were talking about Halo Infinite. So we finished talking about the ranked and all that, and the multiplayer, the campaign. So I want to play the campaign. I have it. I'm going to be playing it soon. I just need some time, which I don't have any of. But I will get some time somewhere. Maybe when I come back from work tomorrow. I'm gonna put it on triple monitor. I'm gonna enjoy the campaign experience at its fullest. I'm excited to try it out. I have nothing but what's it called? Good I don't know. I can't word this really well, but it's like I don't expect that bad just because I've heard a lot of nice things, and I've also heard that there's only like a very small local minority that said they hated it because they didn't get exactly what they wanted, right? Which means that in the majority of the decent like video game, oh hey, this is a nice video game department, that's a really hard thing to get to because a lot of people will just say, oh, this game's campaign is forgetful and shit like that, right? But if I'm hearing good things about this campaign, then it must be actually pretty decent. So I hope that's the case. So I want to also point out that in the graphics department, this game, to me at least, with a lot of other games, that's it's been proven over and over again, and I don't know why Nvidia fanboys will never listen. The 6900 XT absolutely crushes the 3090 of this game, right? Now, while that's only really relevant to like Nick, and Nick doesn't even really play this game anymore. What's it called? I have the 6800 XT, and it absolutely crushes the 3080, and it catches up to the 3090. Like we're talking, the 6800 XT is about 0.6 of an FPS away. 0.6. It's so close. It's so close that like basically you might as well, if you have a 3090 right now and you bought it for Halo Infinite, like honestly, I can't feel bad for you. You got played. All that RTX got you got you blinded. But like that's just how I see it though, is that in the benchmarks, like the true benchmarks of this game, it's showing the real benchmarking data. that of course RTX is irrelevant, and DLSS and like the other thing, Fidelity FX is relevant, but it's also kind of like dependent on game by game basis. And I don't know if Halo Infinite has either, but actually it might have Fidelity FX. I don't know if it has DLSS, but as far as I know, like the game looks pretty good on my 6800 XT. Every time I've opened it up, I've been impressed with the graphics. I felt like it's a good looking game. I don't know about you guys, but I think Halo Infinite is a good looking game. I think they did a huge improvement from that. Whatever was it, 2020 or whatever E3 showcase, was it?
Mhm.
With like Craig.
yeah, Greg.
Greg, sorry, I keep calling him Craig. Greg.
It's
That's
no
Craig.
difference. Greg,
Yeah.
he's the final boss.
No, it's Craig. This is the
That's-
brute. Yes.
Yeah, it's Craig. I don't know, whatever, same difference.
Oh,
Craig,
yeah.
Greg, it's all boomer names.
Yeah. So, long story short, graphics wise, I think they really did a decent job. Like, if we're talking graphics department, like we've got Battlefield, which has a bleh of a UI. I'm sorry, Battlefield's UI just looks awful. The new one.
Yeah.
I just feel like it like they had the chance to make it aesthetically look interesting, but they chose just to go cyan. Like, I get it. Cyan is like the color of the future. That is very true. But like, you can't just do, oh, it's just cyan. Oh, like, what about, maybe some like blemishes, maybe something like makes it look nice, or maybe do a little bit of that like Windows 8. Nope, none of that. Just cyan. Okay. Alright, so what else is here? Nothing else? Nobody wants to say anything about Halo, right?
No.
Alright. COD Vanguard. So, none of us have bought it. I think I heard a lot of people use the word dog shit for it. So nobody in the group bought it or even played it. People played the beta. Poi had
I
stuff
don't
to
know
say
how
about
bad it is.
Right?
Jev uploaded Call of Duty MW remastered video. That's how bad it is.
That's fucking based. Honestly, I would rather play MW Remastered because I actually have that. I still haven't gotten a chance to play it because just haven't had the time. But yeah, no, it's just all I've heard is, so this is what I've heard. I've heard that it has it has one of the worst campaigns, worst multiplayer. Like, the multiplayer is so bad. I've heard that some people called it just a Warzone gun grinder. Like, the only reason why you play that game in multiplayer is just to grind, literally just grind the guns for Warzone. And I know we've done that a little bit with like zombies and grinding our shit in Cold War, but that was a little bit different because those games had like a slight tinge of fun to them, just a little bit, especially like zombies, in Cold War. But holy crap, the zombies in this game, I've heard, was so bad. It was missing so many features. So much stuff was just missing that I've been told that it's unforgivably the worst zombies ever made. Like, it's so bad that it makes some of the worst zombies in Call of Duty that have been added, let's say Warzone zombies, look good. It's pretty crazy. Like, that's a feat. Like, you've been given the chance to do zombies and you fucking blow it. That's like what happened. There is some weird category of people that are coming crawling out of the woodworks, and they're recommending Vanguard over 2042, which is like
Say Vanguard 2042.
no, people are recommending Vanguard over 2042.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's a really weird thing because I get it. 2042 is broken as shit, but Vanguard is literally an actual like an unmasked cash grab. Like the whole point of Vanguard was to make a World War II aesthetic that's not even accurate. Half the shit's not even accurate. They have pistols in there from 1970. Like that's what I've seen. And honestly, I feel like the zombies. Sorry, not zombies. I feel like the multiplayer. It's just so blatantly for grinding Warzone because the thing is it's so fast. Like I've heard it's a really fast TTK. You die almost instantly. Like there's no like barely any movement because you die like right away. The spawns are absolutely one of the worst. What I've heard. It's like
Don't they have a perk that tells you where people are spawning because they didn't want to fix it? They
Yeah.
didn't actually want to fix it.
Exactly. Like so bad. And I've heard that the campaign is poorly written, has forgettable characters. Like some people have just straight up come out and said this is the worst Call of Duty game of all time. And honestly, like I can't fault them. Like what Call of Duty is really worse? Like even Black Ops 3 had good zombies that people liked.
Yeah.
Even Black Ops 4 had a multiplayer that some odd people like me liked. Even Call of Duty Ghosts had like a multiplayer that some people actually enjoyed playing. It's so weird. Like so many of these games had stuff that people liked about them. Vanguard, the only thing I really hear about is a couple of people who, out of their anger out of 2042, came to play this game, and I feel like they're just getting played. That's just my thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're spending whatever much dollars, and they're probably never going to touch this game again after like maybe a year. And don't get me wrong, some people will say, but you're doing the same. You're not even touching fucking Black Ops 4. Yeah, but the difference is I literally couldn't touch it for a year because my driver wouldn't work with it. My 1080 or 1080. Oh, but yeah. Actually, my 1080 is not poor. My 1080 is too expensive.
1080 Ti though.
Get out of here, Ti.
1070 Ti.
Yeah.
Whatever
I
happened
mean-
to 1090?
They didn't do the 90s until fucking the 3000 series, and then they were like, yo, 1090. It's kind of like Intel, like, you know, whenever they have to do the 9s, Intel and Nvidia both did this. Whenever they have to pull out the 9, that's when you know. Exactly. That's when you know that they're getting desperate. Especially Intel, because Intel pulled out the i9s because they were worried about Ryzen's like becoming really too powerful. And then you know what Ryzen did is after the second generation, they made the third generation. They had the 3900 XT, the 3900X, which is my CPU. Feels good because they were like, oh well, if you're gonna pull out the 9, we'll pull out the 9. So yeah. So anything else you guys want to say about Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield? Close on the trifecta topics.
No, not really.
I think right now, what I will say right away is it's kind of funny that all three of them kind of fell flat on their face. Except maybe Halo, just because the campaign might actually be good. And like not might, but like I've heard it's good versus the other ones. And Battlefield might still have a chance at winning our what's it called?
I mean, the sad thing is Battlefield's kind of going to be the best one of the three, but it's not.
In terms of multiplayer, yeah.
Unless Halo can like.
I think Halo and Battlefield are the only ones that have a chance. Like Halo, I feel like is not entirely on their face. Like their campaign I've heard is good, and I will be playing it. And I think that I can believe enough people that it's like not shit, right? So if the other stuff is shit, like they fell on their face up for that sort of stuff, but like you know, I feel like Vanguard and 2042 definitely fell flat on their face, no questions asked. And you're right, like 2042 has a chance to get up and start walking. I don't think Vanguard has a hope in hell of doing that. Like I think Activision's going through way too many changes internally too. And again, since we're not going to talk about what's it called, drama stuff, like I'll just leave it at whatever changes.
At the end of the day, if you want to get paid, you got to make a good fucking product. So
Exactly.
if they want to go home and eat something, they better fucking work.
Yeah.
Back to work.
So, so I wanted to also continue from those three games. I kind of want to like shift gears a tiny bit. So, actually, I was curious. Did you guys want to talk about your Tarkov stuff? I'm not really too much into Tarkov. I have the single player thing now because I've seen that it's getting a lot more popular to just play the single player Tarkov more than play the.
It is definitely not popular.
No, I said it's starting to get popular. Like I'm starting to see a lot more people.
It's got like maybe 50 people. I saw like the other day. No, not 50 people. There's like 300 people that play it. Out of like what?
I saw a lot of mods. I don't know. I think it's starting to blow up.
Like it's like 5 people making all the mods. Literally all the same people.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like well, you know what? I'll rephrase it. It's starting to get popular in our group because there's a couple of people in here now that have it, and I think it's gonna be something we're probably gonna be having.
I hope it doesn't get popular because if it does, then it's gonna get shut down.
Well, I thought Nikita said he didn't care as long as they weren't messing with the main game or something. That's what I heard.
That's what they're doing. You're not. First of all, I mean, technically, by doing that, you break their contract when you agree to their contract of buying their game. You don't actually own the game files. You just own the ability to download and play the game. So by playing single player, you technically void your right to own the game or play the game.
Yeah, well, I don't care anyways. So basically, I think the way probably gonna go is as long as it doesn't get shut down, which probably will. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff will still crawl around in the back. It's always how a lot of it happens. I think people are going to be trying out different ways of playing these types of games. So it's just interesting to see. Sorry, not Alex. I was gonna ask, like, what was the new stuff that's actually coming out for the game though?
Nothing really. It's like they're adding a new map, but it's not like I don't really know how to say it. It's like they're adding a new map, but it's not complete, and so it's not going to be the final rendition of the map when they finish the game, quote unquote. Because, like, how many times are they going to say this is beta before it's like people are buying your, like, I get it, like it's a work in progress, but people are buying your game like it's finished, you know?
What game?
Like,
Game from Tarkov.
Like when people bought Minecraft when it was in beta, all the core elements were there. With Tarkov, I would say about 80% of the core elements are there, but there are some things that they're changing where, like, I feel like Tarkov is finished with its gunplay. Like, I think all of its gunplay, its healing, and they are editing in this new patch the movement system, so they're going to be changing that. Yeah, they're adding inertia
And the ballistics.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I forgot about the ballistics. I do like that change. I think that's a good change because that's how originally that's how I thought the ballistics worked. Where if you had a bullet that had faster velocity, you know, it would have more penetration at longer distances and it'd be more effective. No, that's not what it was at all. How fucking
any
naive
distance, it just penetrated.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're doing that. It's It's going to make it so that you're not going to get domed by AR-15 at like 6,000
What did
meters.
you think of the flea market changes?
Oh, I didn't actually get to that part. What happened?
They took off. You can't sell basically level 5 and level 6 armor, so you can't buy it. So that it applies both ways. You can't buy level 6 armor. You can't buy high end ammo. Like AP, BS. You can buy BT though. You can't buy BS and BP, Ignok, RIP. Oh no, you can buy RIP. I think you can buy RIP.
It doesn't really matter though, because if you can't buy the high level armor, then what do you need the high level ammo for?
And you can't buy a labs keycard, labs access keycard.
No, you can't buy the labs key card anymore.
Yeah, but nobody even plays labs anymore. There's too many cheaters. Like that's why I don't play online, because I don't want to play with cheaters. Like,
What else was there? They also changed up how loot drops or what drops in the loot. So they're going to be figuring out what drops and what doesn't drop.
I don't know. They keep making the game more hard, and all I'm thinking of is, well, I'm not gonna play. So then, it's like, I don't know. I get the whole, like, I kind of agree. I'm kind of like on a mixed opinion on you can't cater to casuals, because it kind of does ruin the game in a way. But like, I'm not really understanding what Nikita's stance on this is, because the only people that can actually like play his game are people that it's their job to play their game, or they don't have a job. So how are they going to buy your game?
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Like, so I don't really understand. Like, if you work an 8-hour day job and you come home and you like. You eat your meal while you're loading into raid. You put it in your little what Hunger Man's fucking food in a microwave and eat it while you're waiting for your Tarkov to load up. Like, if that's the life you're playing just so you can keep up with the Tarkov meta, like it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, why would you? Like, it's just a fucking video game. You're supposed to have fun, but when you have to put in like 300 hours to unlock that fun, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, that just doesn't sound like conducive to a healthy lifestyle. Like, what the fuck's wrong with these people? Like, do they not think that people have lives outside of Tarkov? Like, I understand it's in a beta where none of this stuff is going to get wiped in the future from what I'm seeing or what I'm hearing.
They're going to have a couple servers, or like 2 servers, or 2.
One that wipes and one that doesn't?
Yep.
It's confirmed now? Okay, that's what I thought they were going to do, but that makes sense. But, like, I don't know. Now, my thought process is gone now because I'm just thinking about how stupid this thing is. First of all, it's a beta. How are we supposed to test for a beta if you have to put in that many hours to unlock the content? You know what I mean? Like, half the people don't even have access to these level 5 and 6 armors anyways without the flea market, and now you can't even get them, period. So, personally, I think it's good, because running around and everyone has level 5 and 6 armors is very fucking annoying. But at the same time, nobody's testing this shit. So, like, nobody's getting to actually, like, see or have any opinions on it. It's just going to be, like, a few streamers, which is just called a fucking echo chamber. And I don't know. All I really got on it is that it's a beta. So I feel like, honestly, though, you know what it is? It probably is easier to get all of this shit than it would be in the actual game that they release. So that's the thing that freaks me out, is that this is supposed to be the easiest it is to get unlock content, because I guess apparently it's going to be even harder. And don't even get me started about their skill system. I think their skill system is stupid for an FPS, because, like, the difference between having level 0 strength and level 51 strength is insane. You can maneuver way better. Like, I think strength is probably the most important, and then maybe
they also
recoil control.
They rebalanced all the skills, I think.
Okay, but you still take 4,000 hours to level them up. Like, there's literally, like, there's like a fucking system to level up your skills as fast as possible. Like, that's stupid. It should just be a natural thing of leveling up your skills. But when it takes that amount, like the game is just, I don't know. I'm just gonna go on a tangent of just me talking about how much I hate the fact the game just takes too long. Like that's all there is to it. Why does it take so long? Like I want to actually get to the part where it's fun. I don't want it to be a chore. It's a video game. Like what the fuck?
Hmm.
That's all I have to say. It's a chore at this point. I don't know. Figure it out. That's not my job. That's their job.
I think their final idea is supposed to be like an MMO type game. So, but like realistic.
Nothing about that game is realistic. The only thing realistic is it's a real waste of time.
Yeah.
MMO, FPS, RPG. What the fuck?
Yeah, like you're supposed to like go up to each other person and be like, "Hey, dude," and then they fucking shoot you in the head.
You can
they
actually
do.
say, "Hey, dude," now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna use wipe.
No, why? Why would I? The moment you fucking make one single step and it's over.
Yeah,
That's also another thing. Your best survivability in Tarkov is making sure that you're not seen or heard, because like you'll spawn with like 10 people and like 2 people are rats that will hide in the corner and wait for you to go to like grab like graphics cards or something and dome you in the head with a Makarov PM. Or the other 2 will be like absolute geared chads with like level 6 fort armor, not fort because that weighs you too much, but like a slick and like a fucking Alton, and you had no chance in hell of even like killing that guy unless you run like shotgun, and even then he just has to hit you in the head once and you're dead. And then you got another 2 that are cheaters, which have the exact same build as the other guy, but they don't get weighed down and all their bullets land on your head, so it doesn't even matter. So what's the point of even creeping around if they can see you? And then there's like, and then the rest of them are just like assholes. They just like go for all the loot, or like some people will sit in a spot like to snipe for like 30 minutes. It's like, dude, how is that fucking fun? Like, I don't know, man.
They say they're playing Sniper Elite.
Player base in Tarkov is another whole deal, but I guess if that's how they had their fun, then so be it. Couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Could not be.
I was gonna say SP Tarkov all the way. So
I mean, I'm definitely not good at the game, but like, the very least, I like have close to a 1.0 KD against players. So I guess that's good. But man, I played against. I'm pretty sure I played against cheaters before, because like I hide in like the dumbest like places ever on like customs, and like people find you, and it's like, what the fuck? Is there no safe space in Tarkov?
there really isn't.
Truly live in one of a thing called a society.
So Alex, do you have anything else to add?
No, nothing really.
Okay, so
Actually, are you gonna be playing the new update, Alex?
Maybe.
I'm
is
downloading
it
it
today?
tonight. Yeah, it's wipe today. Pestiles is going on a subathon.
Huh.
I'll play it. I'll play multiplayer if you guys are playing multiplayer.
Yeah, I'll be playing.
Speed, you want to join?
you know what the terms and conditions are for me.
Don't shoot us.
Please.
Don't shoot us in the back.
I can't shoot you if I don't have anything.
Yeah, but then you're not
And
even
you know what?
playing the game.
Yeah,
It's
don't
not
pick up
fun.
a gun, Saf. Please.
How is that fun? I'm not gonna lie. How is that fun if you go in without a weapon? Like, you can't even play the game at that point.
No, I just wait until you kill a guy and then I pick up a gun.
You have shitty guns.
I don't really care. A gun is a gun. What? Just so I pick up a good gun doesn't mean I'm going to be able to kill somebody. You have way too much faith in me in Tarkov. I only saved your life like once.
Yeah, but then that's fun.
I
I don't know. It is what it is, I guess.
just, what's it called? I just think it's not about the rules. That's all.
Fair enough.
So, what I was gonna say is there is only really like a couple more topics. I guess we can go over them real quickly if you guys want. So there was the disastrous launch of the GTA trilogy. The definitive editions.
Really weird.
Sorry?
Like the models. I'm pretty sure I saw some of the models. They look like cartoony. Like,
Oh,
really
dude,
weird.
it's like really bad. Like basically they effed everything up. A lot of the games are just super broken. And one of them, your car just gets bigger as you fucking steer left and right. Like,
Bigger?
bigger, yeah. Like it just starts like increasing in size as you fucking steer it left and right.
That's kind of
so bad. Like there's so many other bugs, like stuff just breaking, things not working, things looking like absolute dog shit. Like there are mods, player made mods that look way better than the definitive edition, which is kind of sad that that's becoming a bit of a recurring theme with a lot of definitive
just
editions.
the reality of the future is that
Like I will say it's not for
passion
everything, but
is
sorry.
gone. All the passion.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, exactly. It's just these developers it's just a job. They don't actually like I know whatever how it says is like, oh, people love working there. They'll work for free. I'm not seeing it in these AAA games. I'm not seeing I really enjoy working here. I see this as a job thing. Like
I feel like they're lying to him. I'm just gonna say straight up.
Lucasfilms Arts, they actually put a lot of work into it.
That's such a bad name.
It is.
Bad name. Why would they do that? Disney.
They still call them Lucasfilm.
It's called Lucasfilm Games or something like that. It's not LucasArts anymore. I just call it LucasArts because fuck them. Fuck Disney.
Yeah.
Suck my left.
Damn, I don't want to be getting into it.
They have put in a lot of passion into those.
Yeah,
like
because
Jedi
that's Star
Fallen
Wars
Order.
now, not because it's video games. Which is the sad reality.
Yeah.
Truly live in a society, yeah.
But yeah, I just go on.
Like all these games that are like owned by like these like companies. I don't want to make it like I don't want to say like these Chinese companies, but like all these Chinese companies are buying up all these video games development studios. Like Take-Two
You
and
can be as racist as you want. You're not white, okay?
No, let's guys, let's not go that.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, continue.
Take-Two, Nintendo, like I don't know, they have like a backwards way of like
Nintendo's.
I feel like it doesn't have to do with race. It's more just the country that like the government and the style of how they deal with games and stuff. They don't understand the culture of some of the games that were developed and when they buy them. So basically, it looks very soulless and corporate, and people just don't want to play that sort of thing because they can see right through it. Like they're like, hey, why does this just feel like a mobile game? It's because their most profitable model is the mobile game. Like the mobile game is the most profitable thing ever because you literally trap a bunch of children into playing, to putting in money.
I mean, I would agree with that, but doesn't China have a thing where they can't play for that long anyways?
Well, that came more recently, and I don't know the whole thing about that, so...
I guess it backfired. Like, they kind of all got really addicted to it, and so now they're like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because they have that thing, what is it called that Keen was talking about? The sit around generation or whatever, where they just chill and don't do shit. That's pretty based, in my opinion.
Yeah, where it's like, partially in neat, like where
you literally, like, people, like, China's like, please do something. They're like, nope. I don't want to do shit.
Make my money on RuneScape.
That's Venezuela, and they only do that because it's actually the only way they can make money. God damn.
As long as it's not like the fucking servers from World at War with the camels.
Oh, the Mongolian or the Kazakhstani servers? Yeah, holy moly.
Yeah, it's like they literally have this camel servers or whatever, like nomadic server runners. So what I've heard is, see, in GTD, it was like legitimately unplayable for a lot of it. They pulled out some unintentional files. Like apparently they pulled out like music tracks and stuff like that. In the GTA San Andreas remastered, apparently the rain makes it literally unplayable. Yeah, it's just a whole buggy mess. I don't think you guys have heard that much about it, but if you have anything to say.
The only game I kind of want to... Yeah, I don't play GTA that much, but the ones I've always been kind of partial to are the Red Dead series.
Oh, yeah. That's
Those
not
are
GTA, but yes, yeah, Rockstar.
I do think Rockstar makes good quality games, but
But
definitely
I
not
feel
this
like
time.
I feel like
they
once they
offloaded it, right? And they just
But
wanted
they
to cheap out
offloaded
as
too.
much as possible. They use like AIs and shit to like upscale. That's big quotations. Upscale their models and textures.
Is that why they look like Play-Doh?
Yeah, that's why everything's like misshapen.
Dude, everything looks like Mr. Potato Head. Like, literally, fucking Big Smoke looks like Mr. Potato Head. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, dude.
Oh my god.
In my opinion, they should have just had... they should have just taken a
Big
model
mashed.
of Badlands Chugs. Big-
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's just disappointing seeing that the remastered versions weren't nice. Like I was hoping that they'd be at least somewhat nice, so I could just play through them. After maybe a lot of patches and stuff, if they actually do end up patching them, I might still acquire them in some way. So basically, that's where I'll leave it. I just don't think they're really worth trying out at the current moment. They look disastrous. It's pretty sad that happened because Rockstar falling flat on its face is kind of like just a continuation of every fucking game corporation falling flat on their face one after another. Like you have Bethesda, and then you've got like Bethesda with Fallout 76. You got fucking Activision with goddamn Vanguard. You got EA with EA and DICE with Battlefield. Fucking like just one after another. Like fucking CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk. Just every one of them just falling fucking flat in their face one after another. It's kind of funny, but also kind of sad because like the standards for these guys were set at a certain point, and then each one of them kept falling flat on their face, and they just don't get why the next one just doesn't realize how it looks like outside. Like it only really takes one to step up and make the right move, right? But none of them are able to do it. Like 343 look like these guys. I'm talking like Activision, 343, right? They saw the storm outside. They saw everybody fucking falling flat on their face one after another. Whatever it's called, Rockstar saw this.
Like this is every video game company. This is like in every single thing. Like Rockstar, CD Projekt Red, Bethesda. They're all like that RPG thing, open world kind of thing. And like honestly, though, the fact that Bethesda's still kind of winning in that department because they just don't do anything. They just keep releasing Skyrim.
Okay, shut up. That doesn't count.
No,
That does not count.
No, that's a problem. It's stagnant. Like they're not making anything new. There's nothing new. So it's just like people are gonna get like there's like a vacuum. There's a power vacuum where anybody could take control, but none of them want to.
Exactly.
They don't care. They don't want money.
See, this is the thing. Yeah, exactly.
They're all colluded together to just fuck us all over. Nobody cares.
Exactly. So I don't understand why this is the case. Like there's literally a full on power vacuum. Every single company that's been putting out games, with the exception of some like more niche games and stuff, right? Like the only one that I see kind of more or less winning is maybe just Tarkov, because that's the only one that I hear that no one specifically complains about like falling flat on its face kind of thing. People complain about stuff in the game, but then they just get called noobs and they get told to just get better. Like that's just what happens.
No,
like that's all I hear.
I think Tarkov is kind of getting a bit of a bad. Just like.
But like that's like the only game that I see like coming out of that. Now it's not nearly strong enough to take a hold, and as you said, like it has its own problems, right? So that's why it's not able to wrestle that power vacuum for themselves. They're also gonna get kicked in the back too. Everybody's, because the thing is the stagnant the stagnant move of the gaming industry like this, it stirs up like that much of like expectational anger that like people just are not gonna be like what's it called, satisfied. And the thing is, rightfully so, like they're just are not getting satisfied. Like the only last time that I can really remember like people really got satisfied was like Half-Life Alyx, right? But that was only like a small percentage of people because it was only really people who had VR, right? And VR is a very small percentage of the population. Mind you, the rest of the people were like, what the fuck, we don't get to play this game on VR? But, you know, not enough people really were really pissed off about that for whatever reason, which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they have the right to, that. Like, it's whatever. I'm not going to complain about that entirely, right? But, like, I feel like, you know, even Valve fell flat on their face. It's just people didn't realize. It's like that silent little toot, and they kind of, like, you know, walked out of the room. And that was Artifact. Like, no, Valve, you're getting over here too. You also fell flat on your face. Every single one of them did. So it's just like, to me, it's kind of fascinating that all these guys are.
And then they kind of went with it, and then Hearthstone kind of was just like a little bit of how would you say it? It was like complete, like, just like, I don't really know how else to say it, but like, it's like springing on a gold mine, you know? Like, they just kind of got lucky, and then they kind of rolled with it, which is good. But now they just kept making bad decisions. Like, I remember when they tried to go for a Battle Royale-esque thing. Like, Hearthstone tried to do a Battle Royale craze somehow. Like, it's not like actual Battle Royale, but it's like a thing where there's like 8 different people in a card game, and you all have to face against. I don't know, it's very weird. It's very weird, and it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of pathetic that they did it, in my opinion, at least. But that's what it is.
Well, honestly, my whole problem with Hearthstone was that the game really depended on you either playing a lot or buying into it, and I couldn't do either, so I quit the game. Because I wanted to like get like a card build. You know what's funny is that people kept telling me to get this one card build. I'm like, dude, I don't have enough gems for it. And then like you know, it's kind of a paradox because they'd be like, oh, get a good card build so you can win and get gems to get a good card build. You know what I mean? Like it was like there was no like start point. Like I kind of just went with what I had, and it's like people were just telling me like, oh, you have the fucking general or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. It's like this one paladin deck that I was supposed to make, and like I made like a small part of it, and it was like mostly working. It's just I didn't have the main part of it that would have taken me probably days and days worth of playing. I just didn't do it because I don't know. I didn't enjoy the fact that there would be people who would have full card decks, and I was struggling to just build my one card deck for paladin, and it just like that just makes me not want to play the game. So, this is my take, I guess. So, Hearthstone was not a game that I enjoyed that much after a certain point. Like, the very, very beginning, I kind of had some fun figuring out what you can do and all that. But even then, I was more interested in making, like, those plays where you, like, make something on your side, like, super, super strong and then win, right? With like one.
Yeah, that's why you like Paladin, because it's kind of what they kind of did.
Yeah, like that's the type of thing I like. I don't like, you know, the other types of like, oh, just keep clearing the deck over and over again until your opponent has nothing.
Oh, like Control? You don't like that?
Yeah, I think that's boring because I don't know. That's just my.
It is boring. Yeah, I'll give you that. It is boring, but you kind of have fun with it.
Well, it's fun if you know how to do it, and then you are able to. It's fun also if you can counter it. Problem is, I didn't have the right stuff to counter it because I didn't have enough cards. Period. So, it is what it is. I won't complain too much about Hearthstone because it was a long day gone. Like it was a long time ago. Okay.
That's an old game, actually. Now I think about it.
Yeah, it's like very old. I mean, I know David spent like a fuck ton of money on Hearthstone. Um, I don't think I bought a single card pack ever because I just didn't ever buy a card pack. I never thought I'd want
If you're
to.
good enough and you played Arena, you'd never have to. Because you just kept getting enough money that you'd never need to buy card packs. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't good. So, anyways,
Arena's also locked, so.
So, what else could we speak about? So, I want to try playing Forza Horizon 5. I've heard it's very good. Heard it's a bit buggy. It doesn't have cop chases, which I know is like new Forzas are like that, but might make it harder for me to play through as much of it as I usually do with a lot of these games. But I have heard it's fun though. Like I know Nick has been playing it. Nick was talking about how he wants to find this one guy who's ruining his Forza events, and he wants to starve them. But anyways, anything on Forza? Probably not, right? You guys probably don't really.
No, I don't have anything.
There's a new Warhammer game coming out. I haven't seen anything about it. So
Space Marine 2.
People are
And it looks like it's going to be like a Dynasty Warriors type of hack and slash game. That's what the little bit of gameplay I saw looked like.
I
think that would suit it.
I see.
Yeah, you're basically a demigod killing looks like insects. So I don't know. It looks like a sick game.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get it when it comes out.
Yeah, I wanna try and get into the Warhammer universe. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to understand it, but it's just like I haven't really had the time to really sit through and get into what they talk about and stuff. Because Warhammer, I heard, has a very cool universe. I know a lot of people when they heard about my ZT universe, they always like talk about Warhammer, which is interesting. That's another thing I gotta work on too, is my ZT stuff. Yeah, Alex, did you have anything to add to any of this, by the way? Alex, you're here. You might have passed out. What else is there? Boy, I know you're interested in the new Elden Ring game.
Oh yeah, Elden Ring. It might. I don't know, man. I can't wait to play it. That's all. Because it's from Soft. It looks like it's gonna be a Dark Souls game and not a Sekiro game, which is gonna be Pog because Sekiro fucking sucked.
Yeah, why did Sekiro suck? If Dark Souls
the gameplay is just you hit them until you can open up their weak point, which is just a button press, and then you kill them. That's basically the whole thing.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
I don't know. Because it's not like you hit parry, you don't have like all these other types of moves, you just have equipment to move around. And overall it's just like a story game basically, and like you gotta learn the patterns of the bosses in order to win, which you have to do in Dark Souls, but I don't know. The gameplay just wasn't enjoyable. There was no customization. It was just a story game.
Man, all I know about Sekiro is that one meme where it shows Shapiro. I don't know. I thought that was funny. No. I haven't played any of those types of games, so I'm gonna stay out of that one. In terms of saying anything, I guess
you
Chris
can go play
the
Dark Souls waifu one.
Shut up.
Blood C or Blood V or some shit like that.
What, Code Vein? Wait, is it called Code Vein?
Yeah, Code Vein. Yeah, I forgot the name of it.
Bro, I'd rather.
It's called Code Vein.
I'm just gonna go play fucking 100% Orange Juice, bro. Whatever.
Isn't that just like a 2D fighter game?
It's not a fighter game. It's like Mario Party. It's like Mario Party, but with like chibi anime characters.
It's Mario Party with waifus.
Not really waifus. No. Waifus is like, I don't know, fucking. I don't know. Fucking. Yeah, we don't want to be playing that type of game, because we play that type of game, you know what happens is Chris is gonna be like, yo, let's play this game, and then I'm gonna see something I don't want to see, and then we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we've forgotten to cover. Is there anything you want to add? Any games that we might have missed? Any DLCs that came out, or any?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really even look into the Game Awards, or we didn't even talk about the Game Awards because none of us watched it. But that's where Space Marine came from.
I know. Oh yeah, I think AoE 4 got a Game Award.
Watch them because I have zero faith in video game companies.
Well, one thing I'll say is AoE 4 apparently got the best strategy game, which I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good though. AoE 4.
It's good. It's not $80 good.
Yeah, like. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'd pay $80 for any RTS.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. Like RTSs aren't worth $80. They never are. They never have been. Like RTSs I've bought for like maybe $20 at best, 20 or 30. Like take it or leave it. Because the thing is, and most of them were even just like DLCs. Because like StarCraft 2 was just mostly all DLCs. Unless they make StarCraft 3, which I feel like they really need to, for like just every reason in the fucking entire book. But I don't know. Like maybe these guys are thinking, oh, we should stop it at 2 because we've got all the pros here and we can just have them play over and over again. But I'm sitting here like, fuck the pros. I want to fucking see what happens in the story. I don't care about your freaking World Cup. I can take it. I could like fucking give less of a fuck about the World Cup. I don't know. There's not really much else. Overwatch 2, I heard it got delayed again for obvious reasons. Actually no. I heard apparently they're scrapping it or something. That's what I heard. I heard some crazy stuff out there. I actually don't know what's going on.
Scrapping it? Damn.
I think so. Wait, let me see. Overwatch 2. What did they say?
2.
Overwatch 2. Are they actually scrapping it? They're not even committing to it. That's what's happening. They're not being released in 2023. Like, that's how long. Yeah, we're just, all I'm seeing here is 2023 not even being released. Are
any of us surprised about this news, though?
I mean, I don't even care. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Like, I don't like Overwatch as it is. I think it's a very, very, like, shit, like, version of an arena game that, I don't know.
No, I agree.
There's so many other games that are better. And like one of them is TF2, is literally like the father of that like genre. And like TF2, as much as it's just nowadays it's mostly just people who are skilled at the game that are just playing. Like even though the community, I know I've seen a lot of people, it's full of a lot of really unlikable people too. A lot of the time, like most of the community is pretty decent in TF2. Like most of them will actually like try and have fun with you if you're a new dude. I actually know this because not that because I was new, but because I've like ran into places in TF2. It's just super wholesome. I've also ran into some not so wholesome things in it, but we don't need to talk about that. I think the overall take though is that Overwatch is just a burning pile that's like slowly melting away, and all that's really left of Overwatch interest in me is if my friend here Alex tells me nicely that he wants to play. That's about it, and I'll maybe go in there and I'll just play as Junkrat and I'll shoot bombs at people. That's it, and like nothing else to it. I don't really want to do anything else. Like I barely care about strategy. I don't care about what tactics Ryan and Misery and whoever else wants to do. They can do whatever they want, right? I'm just a simple man. I see Junkrat.
I press like.
I see Junkrat. I press the fucking grenade launcher button, and there you go. That's it. Nothing else to it. I don't know, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we missed. I mean, there wasn't any new news on Dynamite 2, was there?
No, it's just its release date.
I've heard it's going to be crafting focused, so I think it's going to be a lot more of fucking.
Man, Minecraft really was a problem, eh? Turning everything into crafting. Holy moly.
Well, the thing is, Minecraft's crafting is actually good.
Yeah. Nobody else's, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, a lot of the other games crafting is like dog poop. Like,
It's
so
dog
bad.
shit, bro. Straight dog
So
shit. dude.
bad. Like, Rust. Oh.
Rust is actually not that bad because the game actually like works. It takes crafting into account like Minecraft. These other games, though, no, it's not.
Yeah. What the fuck, that fucking Battle Royale have crafting in it? Like, oh, I don't have anything to say, dude. I really don't. That's something
You're gonna
else.
craft to win.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking craft yourself a legendary gun in the middle of the game. It's something else. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. We really went through everything. I think that was. If Nick was here, he'd probably be trying to talk about some of the things he's seen in the Guild Wars the new DLC's beta, because beta came out for that. I can't wait to try that out.
2042?
No, for Guild Wars.
Oh,
There's the water one, which is actually cool. You'll get to use your own ships and stuff. So I can't wait for that. So I'm kind of looking forward to that sort of stuff. I'm still loyal to Guild Wars. It's my MMO. I know you guys have been playing more of ESL though, so.
that's just me.
Damn. Rip. Well, I mean, Poi and David are playing Windcraft again.
Yeah, you don't win with Windcraft.
Oh man. All right. Well, is Alex just like passed out? Yeah, I think Alex like fully passed out midway through this one. That's fine. All right, we got a good set of recording this time around, right? So anything else you guys want to say? Anything for closing?
No, I mean, I don't know. Fuck gaming companies currently. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, just it's pretty bad. Some shitty management going on with these companies. It's very disappointing. I really hope that they take a look at what's happening around them and they realize that it's literally a power vacuum. Like all they need to do is release a game that was release a game in the same management process as they did in 2007, and they would win it today. You know what I mean? That's all they need to do. It's not even that hard. Like, do the proper QA testing, get out the proper, features people want, right? And people will be happy. Doing the what's it called? The service model that they're doing, where they're like adding stuff on one after another, is just not working. So, I think that's pretty much it, though. All right, nothing else, guys. Boy,
No, I got nothing.
all right, well, that is our third episode of the G4 podcast. Thanks for joining us. And if you are tuning in, we're sorry if you tuned in for today only, and you didn't see our last episodes, you should probably check them out. The second episode really goes into detail for a lot of those the shooter trifecta, and then the first episode, of course, was 2 years ago. So it's a little out of the range, but if you want to watch it anyways, just to see how the chemistry between me and Chris talking about Black Ops 4 was, you might be interested in that. If for whatever reason you have any interest as to why, or interest as to what we were talking about at that time, I feel like it's very dated, but it will probably get a YouTube re-upload, or not re-upload. It'll get a YouTube upload because it was originally uploaded on SoundCloud. Yeah. Anyways. So I think that's everything, and we'll be seeing you guys later. G4 podcast. See ya.